New horse, your friend. He's so nice. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fortemps included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were make inquiries of your own. Are we missing an article here? Lady Nin of mine own house Fortemps, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There is also Crevelin of House Halenot, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Durandare yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Fortemps. Do not concern yourself with House Dizemail. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned and return to me when finished. Alrighty. Ninny. Why, hello, good sir. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Fortemps does. For if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Halenard have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Heresy? Heresy! Heresy! Oh. Oh. Ooh. Crevelin? Crevelin Deville? Helone, grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? The friend of Lord Horsefront? I want to help you. I truly do, but these accusations of heresy have thrown House Aelenart into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. These people are crazy, Nugget. I gather you have been busy since last we spoke. Lord Horsefront's missive was positively glowing. But if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, sir, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guliam arrived in Kurtlis, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. Oh. After the Inquisitor showed up, suddenly there were tons of heretics around? If Lord Horsefront wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects the others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. This Inquisitor has some stinkiness about him. Horse, your friend. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Kurthis is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I have received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading northward towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian hordes, so I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to the Steel Vigil, and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance.
Alright, Floopsy Rescue Mission 3.0, let's go! Floopsy Rescue Mission!
Oh.
Francis, did you try to beat up the dragons all by yourself?
Who goes there? Elder! No, stay back! The fiend is still here!
Oh! He's not anymore.
I heard the beast's cries from over yonder. Then Lord Francel is safe? Bless you, sir, bless you. Curse those fiends! It's as though they knew we were coming.
Maybe they did.
Confound it all! How are we to redeem House Helenart if we cannot even slay a single Avis? Sigh! We are fortunate you came along when you did, sir. House Helenart will remember your kindness.
I will touch your feet. You will be all better.
It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I'd hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Helenart that yielded to the Steel Vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgments of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath.
Okie dokie. Report to Horsea Friend.
What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a man who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guillermo has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and, by association, yours. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is the discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So, it was found in a locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Francel. If the rosary was not his, that someone else with access must have planted it. Here's what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickerman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Curthis, so he may have some inkling of who could be responsible.
Ricky Man! And what would you like for Christmas, little boy? Eh? Someone tampering with shipments? Fury strike me down. If all of them rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted... Hey, now, don't you give me that look, lad. I'm a House Helenart man through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family, too. I ain't saying the porters what were bringing the shipment did it, though. I know most of them would work the trade routes. I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it... Eh? Could it have been the fellas that were responsible for the inspections? Ha! And Guardian Knights and Inquisitors, a lot of them, as if they'd ever turn their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from White Brim Front today. You might consider having a word with them. Personal space means nothing to anyone in this land. Mr. Porter? Beg your pardon? You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Halenard shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. Oh, there's one. Oh, and there's another. 2 out of 3, buddy. Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. But that's impossible! Once the knight at White Brim Font concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would never have allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Horsefont, I will not be held accountable for this. Lord Horsefriend, we found more Dargan necklaces. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. Oh, but more importantly, what did Drickerman say? More draconian rosaries? And every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks? That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Halenard's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. And praise Halone that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us. We must act now if we are to clear his name. From the very first, I knew it could not be that so many members of House Halenard were heretics. At last, we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Inquisitor Brigitte. Tell her that House Fortemps asks, nay, demands that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. Brigitte? What is it, my child? Lord Horsefont would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor Guillaume presides over Lord Francel's trial at which drop even as we speak. Fear not, if Lord Francel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Halone's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. That's not good enough excuse. You'll kill him even if he's innocent. Oh, don't worry. If he's innocent, he'll go to heaven. Crazy woman? Person? Inquisition? They've taken Lord Francel to witch drop? This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Elder, I would dispatch you and one of my knights to witch trap to forestall the proceedings until such time as I am able to join you and petition Inquisitor Guillaume in person. I will endeavor not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. Floopsy can go kicking ass. Hail, Elder. As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. We must be prepared to kick some ass. Joaquin Charlemagne Francel de Halenot, you stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Isgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers. These charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians. I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service to the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemy of Ishgard. It is for Halone to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and trust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Helone's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their dragon forms and be put to the sword. Oh, okay, so you jump, and if you die, you're innocent, and if you suddenly turn into a dragon and fly away, you're guilty. Neat. It's like drowning a witch. If they drown, they're innocent. If they float, they must be a witch. In the name of House Fortemps, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we are come on behalf of Lord Haurchefant. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such a time as a full re-examination of the facts has been conducted. Lord Haurchefant has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts, I might have allowed, but that he would dare interfere in legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. We must hold them until Lord Haurchefant arrives, Elder. Remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor.
Oh, Floopsy went to kick his ass.
Portia friend. A Durgan?
Get back here! You no escape! He had a draconian rosary!
It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop. But this trial, like many others, I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of House Halenot. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother, that we may tear ourselves apart. The fevered imaginations of a desperate man. What proof have you of this?
Floopsy found a draconian rosary on the dude.
By the Fury, a draconian rosary! Then the knight who refused to yield, it was he who summoned the wyvern. A heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights? This has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Haurchefant. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Francel, pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of that which first brought you to Curthis, Elder. Pray locate your errant airship and use it.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Lord Haurchefant, I have not the words to express my gratitude, but why would you risk your reputation to save mine? Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard, and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped off of your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Halenot. Praise Helone, it did not come to that, but it provides us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Elder. Pray visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated.
Floopsy.
That man's... He had a whole Dravanian rosary on him. Dravanian rosary? Draconian rosary? Whatever.
He had a dragon necklace. He's one of them dragon boys. That guy's riding the dragon. Hey, that guy's riding a whale.
What's your friend? You look well, Elder. May I say, what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior.
Were it not for you, Lord Francel would surely have died defending the honor of his house, and I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic and his wyvern. House Fortom and House Halenot shall never forget your services. Now, let us return to the matter of your missing Enterprise. The man with knowledge of the Enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. It will prove useful. After we check in with the Paladins. It's Paladin time. Paladin time. Oh, it is time to be a Paladin. Oh, Paladin time. Oh, Paladin time. Mr. Jenlins will give us a Paladin quest. Welcome, Paladin. You should know that word of your deeds has reached me. Few are those who follow the true Paladin path without misstep, but you are one of them. I am proud to call you brother. You have kept the faith, and in return I must have faith in you. It is time that you knew the truth, though it is hard to share, for it is a shame I would rather keep hidden from outsiders. Perhaps you remember when I told you of the traitor and the sword Oathkeeper that he stole. His name is Sorkisagil, and he was my predecessor as captain of the Sultan Sworn Elite. Yes, he was the same man who I admired as a child, who inspired me to take up the sword and follow the way of the Paladin. He was the paragon of paladins, until, that is, he changed. Some years ago, there was a struggle for influence between the Sultanate military and a faction within the syndicate known as the Monitarists. The latter emerged triumphant, and the army's authority was diminished dramatically. Although Sorkizagil was still captain of the Sultan Sworn Elite, he knew his position was perilous, so he fled, taking Oathkeeper with him. In doing so, he went against the words that he had spoken on bended knee before his royal liege. Now it falls to me as captain to restore the honor and name of the Sultan Sworn. That means cutting down my former mentor and master. I would do it gladly, for his misdeed cannot be forgiven. But his death will not lift the stain that mars our name. He must be put on trial in a public court so that everyone knows his crimes. Then, and only then, can we begin to earn the people's trust again. He served for over 30 years as captain of the Sultan Sworn Elite, and he is a formidable foe. Few can match his skill with the sword. Even together, you and I will find it difficult to take him alive without mortal harm to one side or the other. So you must continue to own your skills and prepare for the day when we will face him. To complete the next stage of your training, you must do this. Go to the Ugrim River in eastern Thanalan and find the brazier we have placed there. By lighting it, you will draw the ire of the Lepidotes dwelling within the waters. Face the creatures in battle and master your new skills. The fight will not be easy, but if you take to heart what you have learned and let the crystal be your guide, you will triumph. Okay. Go to a place, light a fire, kill a thing, just like last time. Sounds good. Upon the back of Nugget, we ride to our destiny. Touch, 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 touch. Ooh, fishies! We did it! We killed the fishes. Good! You've mastered your new skills and made them your own. But much work remains to be done before you can face the traitor Solkazigl. We are close to finding him, and as our net draws tighter, it grows ever more important that we make ready for the moment when the fish must at last be landed. Back to Curthis. Right. You.
How quickly the commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Frenzel is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Curthis several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and landed near the stone vigil in the far northwest. The garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. The Lord Horchefant is, from all indications, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few. In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. Oh, so you've at last located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order? The Stone Vigil? Ah, perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Durandare. I will write a letter to Lord Drillemont of white brim front and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice. I suggest that you request Lord Fancel to do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journeys, Elder. May Halone guide you. Oh, goodbye, Horsea friend. Francis? Wonderful to see you again, Elder. If there's anything I can do to repay you, name it. So, the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. Shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by House Halenart. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravanian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Durandare instead has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillemont. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempted to destroy House Halenart have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbor great hatred towards us, and towards you now as well. Floopsy fears no dragon peoples. Brunir! You desire an audience with Lord Drillemont, do you? Ah! I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife. Wishing won't make it so. We have these 2 letters. What do we have here? Letters from Lord Horchefant and Francel, is it? A likely... Oh, you're serious. What to do? Your timing could not have been worse, traveler. Lord Trillemont's attention are focused solely on the Stone Vigil at present. In any case, it is not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to Sir Albois. Yes, Sir Albois can surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom on the opposite side of the yard. I'm sure she's going to be so happy to receive us. And you're not just making it somebody else's problem. Definitely not. Hello, Albois, we are your problem now. Sir Brunadaire bade you speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be in a better position to help, but I assure you that he is mistaken. Lord Drillemont has the time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for head chirurgeon Astidian. Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? When did you get here? If the Enterprise is indeed inside the Stone Vigil, then we must convince Lord Drillemont to cooperate. Astidian! Astidian! Are you here to visit a patient, sir? What's this? Letters of introduction from House Fortemps and Halenart? With documents such as these, you needn't seek an escort. Pray proceed to the barracks and speak with Sir Goudenou. He should know Lord Drillemont's current whereabouts. Goodernukes! What reason have you for barging into... Oh, I see. Oh, you are in luck. Lord Drillamont is just up these stairs. Let us know, though I would not expect much. House Durandare as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You had best state your intentions quickly and succinctly. Show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. Proper respect.
You tell Floopsy what he needs to know!
Sir, Goodenough permitted you passage? Very well, speak.
Floopsy have questions. You give answers.
You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scalekin to secure an airship that may or may not be there? Are you the avatar of the Fury herself?
Floopsy just might be. Floopsy is indeed the avatar of Halone.
We are the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, Lord Drillamont. You know our name, and you know our deeds. We are come to Kurthis to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex, and to that end we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master Sid Non Garland, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you're alive! But that's impossible.
Indeed it is, my lord. Who invited you? Do not be deceived by their honeyed words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in Ishgardian history, as House Durandare marshals its force to retake the stone vigil, who should appear in white brim front but 3 mysterious strangers? Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since before the calamity, and 2 scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. The lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Durandare would have greater sense. I know not why these 3 seek the stone vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass.
Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment, I nearly believed this mummer's farce.
You believe Floopsy?
You 3 will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it, and until you declare your true intentions as well. It could be moons before House Durandare purges the dragons from the stone vigil. We cannot afford to wait that long. Sid, Elder, we must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Drillamont's trust. Understood?
Floopsy. You will trust Floopsy now! You trust Floopsy!
You the lad responsible for that commotion upstairs? Aye, word travels fast in white brim front. I gather you still wish to change Lord Drillamont's mind? If there's one thing I've learned about the man in my time here, it's that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Win over the barracks, and he's sure to take notice. How, I ask? That's easy. Serve the poor souls a decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contain no meat whatsoever. The knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. 'Twouldn't be a quality meal, 'tis true, but it'd be a damn sight better than nothing. If you've a mind to lend a hand, why not await a lurking mud puppy in Denifin Pass, and take this bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands, drying their skin.
Mud puppies? Floopsy's not one for slaying puppies. Puppies are off the list of things that asses can be kicked. Floopsy likes puppies.